The fifth slide is how does each joint differ with relation to structure and movement. The first joint is a pivot joint. A pivot joint allows one bone to rotate around another. The first and second cervical vertebrae pivot to allow neck movement from side to side. The ulna and radius also pivot from side to side. These are true pivot joints, but many joints in the human skeleton allow for pivoting movement, such as the hips and spine. The second type of joint is ball and socket. A ball and socket joint is a special class of synovial joint that enjoy the highest freedom of motion in the body thanks to unique structure. The shoulder and hip joints are the only ball and socket joint in the human body due to need of great motion at the end of the body's limbs and the vast amount of muscle needed to move and support the flexible joints. The third type of joint is gliding joint. A gliding joint, also known as a plane joint, is a common type of synovial joint formed between bones that meet at flat or nearly flat surfaces. Gliding joints are also the bones to glide past each other in any direction along the plane joint, up or down, left or right. The fourth type of joint is a hinge joint. A hinge joint is a common class of synovial joint that includes the ankle, elbow, and knee joints. Hinge joints are formed between two or more bones where the bones can only move along the axis to flex or extend. So flexion and extension happens with these joints. The fifth type of joint is a condyloid joint. A condyloid joint is found at the wrist and ankle. The movement is in two planes but not as great as the ball and socket. Also, condyloid joints don't allow actual movement. The type of bone that a condyloid joint is a short bone, as it is a cube-shaped bone. This allows the movement to happen. The sixth joint is a saddle joint. The movement are as the same as a condyloid joint, that is to say flexion, extension, adduction, abduction, and circumduction are allowed, but no actual rotation. Saddle joints are said to be biaxial, allowing movement in the sagittal and frontal planes.